Good afternoon. My name is Angelica Kovaliva, and today I would like to speak about the drug legalization. Currently, the drug legalization is widely discussed in many countries. Numerous organizations and movements, such as international non-profit organization Law Enforcement Against Prohibition and U.S. organization Drug Policy Alliance, are questioning the long-established position that any non-medical use of drugs should be prohibited. The proponents of drug legalization believe that free circulation of narcotics could solve many social problems and help to fight international drug mafia. According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health held by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration in 2013, an estimated 24.7 million Americans aged 12 or older were current illicit drug users, representing 9.5% of the population aged 12 or older. The rate has increased by 0.7% in 2 years. Furthermore, it must be remembered that drugs are very harmful to health. The recreational use of drugs such as cocaine, heroin, marijuana should not be legalized, since their legalization will lead to an abrupt growth in number of drugs addicts, to rise of crime, and additionally to a significant increase of public expenses to treat the health of drug addicted, as well as for healthy lifestyle advertising. Legalizing drugs could lead to increase use and additional addiction level. Once the drugs are legalized, society receives a message that drug consumption is tolerable and encourage narcotic use among people who have never tried it before. Furthermore, human beings are very curious in their nature, so he or she will most likely want to try drugs if they are sold freely. It must be remembered, however, that drugs are extremely addictive. I personally know several people whose life have changed dramatically after they became drug addicted. When I was studying in college, I had a boyfriend who later have become drug addicted. I saw his family suffering every single day. Even if he wasn't anymore my boyfriend, so I spent a lot of time speaking with him, and he was telling me that he couldn't stop. He died 2 years after from overdose. I also have a friend of mine. She has been struggling with her drug addiction for more than 20 years. Her life it's a mess. She doesn't have family. She doesn't have a job. Her health conditions are very poor. She looks in her 50s, even if she's only 39. National Institute of Drug Abuse explains drug addiction is a complex disease, and quitting takes more than good intention or strong will. In fact, because drugs change the brain in ways that foster drug abuse, quitting is difficult, even for those who are ready to do so. The proponents of drug legalization often present the idea that since the alcohol is sold freely, so the drugs should be sold freely too. Thus, controlling the sales, government can't control the number of drug addicted. I strongly disagree with this concept. I found a very interesting article published in Wall Street Journal. It says, we could abolish the illicit market in cocaine as we abolished the illicit market in alcohol, but does anyone consider our current alcohol policies a success? In the US, alcohol kills more people than all of the illicit drugs combined. 85,000 deaths versus 17,000 in year 2000, according to a study in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Alcohol also has far more addicted users. Consequently, as the addiction rate rises, number of crime increases. The Federal Bureau of Investigation reported that the number of arrests for driving under the influence is estimated at 282,957 arrests, the second highest number of arrests in the United States in 2012. Additionally, in the United States, almost every employer, as well as colleges, requires a potential employee or student to perform drug screening. Thus, drug addicts who cannot get a job due to the positive drug test will be forced to commit crimes in order to obtain money. Needless to say that more people will be under the influence due to the free circulation of drugs. More crimes our society will face. Increased consumption of drugs will inevitably lead to higher public health and financial cost for society. The United States already spends a lot of millions of dollars annually for people who seek treatment for alcohol, tobacco, and drug abuse. In the 2011 report of U.S. Department of Justice, it was said that in 2007 the cost of illicit drug use totaled more than $193 billion. Direct and indirect costs attributable to illicit drug use are estimated in three principal areas: crime, health, and productivity. It must be remembered that drugs are extremely harmful to health. Thus, the medical expenses will be higher than ever. Also, in order to reduce these costs, the government will be forced to spend extra money to promote a healthy lifestyle. Thus, the amount of $193 billion is just the beginning. Currently, the recreational use of drug should not be legalized because of its catastrophic consequences for society. More drug addicted the society has, less people will contribute to the prosperity of the economy, which is unable to grow without manpower. By legalizing drugs, society creates on its own a new huge problem for future generation to fight with. Unfortunately, the world is already facing a lot of challenges, so there is no absolutely need to generate one more. Thank you very much for your attention and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.